Hey guys, it's Archie Luxury, and today, guys, I want to talk about the one and done. I've actually been doing an experiment over this Christmas break, and what I've done is instead of wearing and rotating watches on a daily basis, I've decided, you know what, I'm going to have one and done. And I got to tell you, you firstly got to pick your one and done. In my cases, you guys probably know my collection. I got four Patek Philippe's, all precious metal on leather straps. I've got a Reverso JJ Lecoultre, Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso Grand Date, steel on a leather strap. I got a Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I've got it fitted to a third party Theo and Harris strap, but it came on a bracelet. And I got three Steel Sports Rolex Submariner, Rolex Explorer 2 Polar 42mm, and a Z Blue Milgauss. So 9 critters there. And I had to decide, what do I want to wear? And I said, you know what? I would like something that is steel on a bracelet. I would like something that is waterproof and I can enjoy. So in my case, there could have been any number of those Rolex, but I went for the Rolex Submariner date, and I've been using this as a one and done. Basically, wake up in the morning, I don't need to think, do I need to match it with my shirt, my inner collar? What do I need to match it with? And you know what? With a one and done, like a Submariner, it goes with absolutely everything. I no longer have to wind and set the date. I just need to put it on and wear. So I've got to tell you, what is it like as an experience? And I've got to say to you, when you have a one and done, you don't waste time thinking, what am I going to wear today? What will I do? You just put on your Rolex and go. I've also enjoyed, I've got to be honest with you, I have enjoyed not having to worry. I've had most of my other pieces in the bank safe, out of mind, out of way, don't need to worry about them all. Leave them lying around the home. They're nicely, safely tucked away. Now, I've got to tell you, one and done, I think the most important thing is, with the one and done, is to make sure it's a no compromise one and done. If you really want a Rolex Submariner, get a Submariner. If you really want a GMT, get a G. You got to make sure it's a no compromise choice. Because this watch world, it's very hard. It's very hard to get the piece that we really want. And a lot of compromises do come up in this equation. One and done, Rolex Steel Sports, Rolex. I've got to tell you guys, Rolex is, to me, the quintessential one and done watch. I've enjoyed my time. I've done a few manual chores. If I was moving furniture or mowing the grass, I've taken the Rolex off to stop it getting damaged. I didn't want to get it unforeseen damage, which is what I would do anyhow if I was rotating the collection. I've got to be honest with you, one and done, it just makes you feel so complete. You just go out, you wear your watch. That's it. I don't ever wish, I should have had this or should have had that. It's a steel Rolex. I'm very proud of it. I love my Rolex Steel Sports. One and done. That is it. Capiche. And, the whole thing is with this Rolex fantasy that many of us have here. We want to have a collection. We want this. It's capturing the right watch for the right moment. And the reality is sometimes we've just got to be happy with what we have. You know, this hobby, we could get rid of these terrible flippers if we as a community acted together and said, right, I support the one and done, and I'm going to sell off the rest of my collection at retail, what the price is you paid, or retail. That's right. Sell it for the price you pay. That will discourage, and you've got to make sure you sell it to somebody who's not just a flipper. You don't want to sell it to the first flipper who comes along. As a community, if we banded together and said, right, one and done is the way, let's do one and done, we could kill this horrible flipper market, this grey market. I'm not anti-grey market. Let me get this right. I'm not anti-grey. I'm anti-flipper. And, you know, so many people, they get the call from their AD and they immediately resell. That's such a shame. It's such a shame. And this is not a business. This is a hobby. And I really think if we as a community banded together and said, right, from now on, I'm only going to sell my watches at what I paid for them. It's not a business to make money. This is a hobby, and I want to get enthusiasts back into the hobby. I want enthusiasts to come back. We could let newbies in. And, you know, this is the whole thing. The terrible thing is so many people, they turn into flippers. They can flip for a profit, and before you know it, you know, they're starting to do deals. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he was saying, you know, should I get a sub from a dealer? I could sell it back to another dealer, and then I could get them to get me a Pepsi. And I said, man, what a convoluted hocus pocus magic man trick is that, man. It's just so morally wrong. And this is the problem with the community, is that we've got to say enough is enough, and everybody's got to do their bit for the community. And I think if you sold your watches for what you paid, take out the business equation, that is how we could help this community. Unfortunately, you know, camaraderie and helping fellow watch enthusiasts isn't what we seem. You know, I remember years ago somebody was selling a car and they wanted the car to go to a good home. They didn't want it to go to a breaker's yard who would break it up and sell off the bits. They wanted it to go to an enthusiast who would love it, cherish it, and, you know, it would still be a vehicle. Now, we've got to do the same in the watch community. Too many flippers are looking for short-term profit. If we allow these flippers to do this, man, it's already hurting the community. Newbies, they're not coming into Rolex. Rolex is becoming investment bankers. They're like bearer bonds. That's what's happened. Rolex is now bearer bonds, and they prefer them to be unworn, box papers, preferably with stickers. What a disgrace. Bearer bonds. That's what Rolexes have become. These are supposed to give humans joy. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to give the wearer joy. You love what you got. But they've become a financial instrument. They're bearer bonds. And it's a big shame. It really is a shame there. I know myself, the one and done, I'm wearing my subby. I love it, man. I love it. I just love my Submariner. I love subs. I love them. I love them to death. So that's my contribution. Tell me what you think, guys. Would you sell a watch at what you paid to help the community, or do you really want to get a profit? Is the profit so important to you? Let me know, guys. Put some comments below. And guys, I will see you in the next one.